inspiration for your drive home. And boy, does she have some stories to tell. Calgary Today with Angela Kokott.
Brought to you by Universal Lincoln on 770 CHQR.
It is Wine Wednesday. I'm counting down my Wine Wednesdays. I think this is my second last Wine Wednesday. Mike Roberts, sommelier with Co-op Wine, Spirits, Beer. You're going to be here next week, aren't you?
I am. I will be here with you.
Yeah,
yes.
We've done this for so many years.
That's
I would
right.
hate to do my last Wine Wednesday without
We'll make it
anyone else.
special, too. We'll bring you something special.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. First of all, before we get into today's wine, which does happen to be from BC, but with all the wildfires, and I was more concerned about a month ago when they were really burning in the Okanagan area. But there's smoke all over. All over BC, Alberta. What impact does it really have on vineyards?
That's a good question. It's really neat. I've seen a satellite image of the Western Canada, and you can see the smoke kind of covering everything up. But as it comes to wine, it's interesting. I think the biggest impact from the smoke that maybe most people don't really think about is the smoke actually becomes like a filter, like a UV filter, right? So the sunlight is having a hard time getting through. So that actually will slow down the ripening of the grapes. So I think that is really the biggest impact that maybe we don't think about. I think what everyone does think about is the smoke, and they worry that their wine is going to taste like smoke and all that kind of stuff. What it does to the grape and everything else. Yeah, and so it definitely, the smoke has an effect physiologically on the grapes and as they ripen and as they grow on the vine and all of that, but I think not so much in the sense that we think of it. Smoke taint is a thing, so if the smoke is around all summer long and kind of at specific times, you can get smoke taint in the wine, and that's definitely happened in the past. These days, technology and stuff, it's really cool. They can actually, wineries can ship some of their grapes away to get tested to see if they will have smoke taint, because you might not be able to taste it if you eat the grape off the vine, but once you ferment it, fermentation in the yeast has an interesting way of pulling out all kinds of flavors and characteristics in wine, which is a lot of what we do taste in wine is because of that process. So they can send their grapes away if they can afford it and stuff like that to find out if they're going to have smoke taint. Now, you need the smoke to be around for quite a long time. And also it's about when the grapes are being exposed to the smoke. So right about now, red grapes are going through what's called veraison. So red grapes don't start off red. Like all grapes growing on the grapevine, they bud and they're little green guys and they grow and they look like green grapes or like white grapes, quote unquote. And then in and around about now, sometime in August, they hit veraison, which means the grape is focusing on the sugar and the ripening of the grapes. And so that's when the skin starts to change color and the skins expand and soften and stuff. So that means it's more permeable for the smoke, and the grapes are really starting to develop at that point. So that's when you would. So right now is not the best time for it, but if it sticks around for the next 3 weeks or a month still, then you might get smoke taint. But as of now, it shouldn't be something you would have to worry about.
So does smoke taint taste though? I mean, so
potentially it can create off flavors in the wine and have an impact on the flavor of the wine. It's not a guarantee or anything like that. So we're just learning, I suppose, about all that stuff. But as of right now, I don't suspect any of the wineries really in BC are too worried or concerned about that at this point.
All right. What have you brought in? You've brought a Pinot Gris from the Okanagan?
Sandhill Pinot Gris. So Sandhill, the winery, the facility itself is right downtown Kelowna, which is pretty cool. And it's Andrew Peller Wines, right? And so these guys have been an institute of the Okanagan, if you will. And Howard Soon, who was a longtime winemaker for them, he retired last year, is sort of like the grandfather of the Okanagan Valley, if you will. And he's helped everybody out and help elevate the wines of the Okanagan and all that kind of stuff. So masterfully made wine, a skilled winemaker, if you will, and great stuff. So.
We have this on Facebook, as we always do, just in case you missed the name or the label. You can check it out later. But so you've Pinot Gris, love it for a summer grape, a summer drink here. And Sandhill has been doing a good job of creating some lovely Pinot Gris. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think the Okanagan does Pinot Gris really, really well. I think for this grape variety, probably one of the best places in the world. Oregon, the Okanagan, and France, probably the best places for Pinot Gris. And it is the same grape as Pinot Grigio, of course. Pinot Grigio usually a little lighter, a little bit crisper, maybe harvested a little bit earlier, so it's not quite as ripe. And Pinot Gris is a little more viscous, a little bit more rich in texture, and a little bit more, it's not full-bodied, but a little more body, a little more texture to it, and a little bit of kind of a spicy component that I find. So
I used to think it was just the language. Oh, it's the same thing. But really, there is a difference between Grigio and Gris then.
Well, I mean, that's what they're trying to tell you. It's not always exactly true. I mean, some Pinot Gris, the style from the winery, is a little bit more crisp style. But generally speaking, if you're labeling it Pinot Gris, it's in that French style. So a little bit more viscosity, a little bit more richness to it. And
Like it. How much?
it's going on sale tomorrow. It's not on sale right now. Starting tomorrow when our ad flips over, it's going on sale for $16.99, and that's down from $22.99.
A great deal. And we've only got a couple of weeks left in summer, so that means you guys in the fall get back at offering all your different events. Yes. What have you got this year?
Well, summer sticks around hopefully for a little while through September, but I guess we're back to school in a couple of weeks, right? So wine school will start up again. Our events are listed on our website, coopwinespiritsbeer.com/events. You can see all our fall schedule that runs us right through till December, and all kinds of fun stuff. We do have some BC wine events. We're doing crystals in wine, so like, I don't even know what you call it. Are they magic crystals or like healing crystals?
I would go with healing spiritual crystals.
Yeah, we're going to learn about crystals and their energy and sort of the character of wine and how those things can work together and stuff. So it should be lots of fun and a whole bunch of different events. You've got a new
location too, don't you?
We do.
Where is it? By MRU or?
Yeah, Crowchild Corner. So if you know where the fantastic Panacook House is, it's in that little plaza there. And we just opened last week. So that store is bright and new and shiny and fresh and
fantastic Panacook and fantastic wine.
That's right.
And we know whiskey festivals tickets are going fast to that.
Yeah, our VIP is almost sold out, and general admission tickets are still available. November 3rd coming up.
Mr. Roberts, thanks for bringing in the Pinot Gris from Sandhill Winery in the Okanagan Valley. We will see you next week for my last Wine Wednesday.
We'll see you then.
Okay, let's check our drive home.